Welcome traders to this educational video of Nifty analysis, episode number 31. In my previous educational video, I had shared that if Nifty manages to trade below this particular candle's low somewhere over here, then we could test 11,220 or 227, which was tested. The first level was achieved in our previous video. But if you want some sort of serious selling pressure coming up in next few days, then we will need to close below 11,230 or 11,220 levels, and we clearly saw which was not possible. Nifty took our level as a very good support, and from there Nifty has bounced back very nicely. Now the question is, has Nifty bottomed out? Because you can clearly see that the spot Nifty has taken the support of this 50-day simple moving average and has bounced nicely. So to answer that question, I will jump on to the monthly charts. In the monthly charts, to be frank, nothing much has changed considerably except this particular candle, which remains to be a resistance point for Nifty spot at 11,780 to 11,800 levels, as it is an inverted hammer. And currently we are on 14th September, so this particular candle is of not much importance because it is not yet complete. We don't know how it will be formed, how it will be looking at the end of the month. Now if I go to the weekly chart, what I can see that the last week's candle was a negative candle. It was a bearish engulfing pattern, also buying climax. But after this buying climax took place, we could not see any sort of negative candle following up and confirming that the selling pressure is also going on in the market. So it's very difficult to say as of now, because this particular hammer has not come up at a bottom of a trend. If you see, this particular hammer has come at the bottom of a trend. So generally hammers, when they appear at the bottom of a trend, then the importance is much greater rather than the middle of the trend. So I would not like to give much importance, apart that we can see some sort of support coming up from this area. So whatever majorly something has changed is in the daily charts. All right, in the daily charts we can see that the overall Nifty spot came down. It took the support of 50-day simple moving average, and apart from that it also bounced from this particular support. This was the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this entire trend. So now, answering to the million-dollar question, now what is Nifty going to do? Is Nifty going to correct? Is this just a dead cat bounce, or are we heading upwards? According to me, as per my experience of last 12 to 13 years, I would like to tell something over here which would be something different rather than being going directional. At times as traders, we need to understand that markets are always one step ahead than us, and not necessarily whatever we assume or whatever we think markets are going to act that way. It should always be reversed. It should always be that market shows you the path and you walk on that particular way. All right. So as per my analysis, what can I understand is this particular high of 11,583 or 11,600 levels is acting as a shorter term resistance. All right. And if we manage to close above, say, 11,600 levels properly for one or at least couple of days, I would say couple of days, if we close above this level, then we could go and we could hit possibly 11,700 levels. We could also hit 11,800 levels. And on the higher side, possibly we could go and we could test somewhere around 11,950 levels. All right, somewhere over here. So these are the levels on the upside. Now this is only if 11,600 levels are taken off on the higher side. All right. If at all we do not close above this particular level of 11,600 and we again start falling down, then what are the levels to understand that Nifty is resuming its shorter term correction which was started on this particular day. I will try and update in my next video. Till then, trade wisely and don't over leverage your positions, because Nifty is still, in midway, doesn't know where it wants to go. But as per what I said is, if Nifty spot closes above 11,600 levels, it could inch higher. Trade well, trade wisely.